they're also using this against me. Dami nagkalat na fake news, dami nagkalat na manufactured news na ako daw yung involved dito. For the past 3 years, inuupakan ko rito, lahat ng senador dito nagsasalita na. And yet, ngayon sa akin ho binabalik. Kaya itong mga contractors na to at itong mga to, iisa-isahin ko po ito in this hearing. Iisa-isahin ko po. And I swear to God, iisa-isahin ko po ito dahil nakakainit po ng ulo.
Mr. Secretary, you promised earlier that your office will be conducting investigation to establish the initial observations of the President as well as the initial concerns expressed by this committee. I will suggest that you should involve this committee in your investigation. We will be happy to deputize a staff from the Blue Ribbon in undertaking the investigation. Ganito lang kasimple. Halimbawa, yun pong binisita ng ating Pangulo sa Kalumpit. Nakita niya yung embankment kagad. Yung tingin pa lamang niya talagang lusaw na yung embankment kasi wala namang slope kasi. Nagkalasog-lasog na pati yung apron. Walang apron kasi nagkahiwa-hiwala yung mga seat pile. Ang contractor dito is St. Timothy. Yung dating director ninyo, district engineer, Henry Alcantara, was suddenly transferred as assistant regional director sa Region 4A. Kailangan siguro magkaroon tayo ng explanation bakit mabilisan siyang inalis. Ano po? Tapos, siguro, dito sa mga ghost na ito, mahirapan kayo talaga dahil multo ito eh. Mahirap hanapin ang multo, Mr. Secretary. Siguro, isa sa mga sasuggest namin, itong mga contractors na multo ang kanilang mga projects, mag-umpisa sila sa sementeryo. Ito na lang ang paggawa mo sa kanila, perfect yun kasi multo lahat naman ang kanilang projects. Majority Leader?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary, magandang hapon po. Let me start by commenting right away dun sa tinanong kanina ni Senator JV. Secretary.
Majority Leader, we need to wind up at about 2:15.
Yes, I will be brief, Mr. Chairman, because unfortunately, Mr. Chairman, this has been my 3rd year hearing here in the Senate. And I have yet to hear a new thing from the department, even from this August chamber. Kaya ho, talagang nagsasawa na po ako. For example, Mr. Chairman, if I may just show this video clip. Can we just show this video clip, please? Please. Kayo rin ho yung nagsabi, we might be able to start this year. And that was last year, Mr. Secretary. Yeah. Now it's still in the feasibility stage, although parang nasa latter part na po. Yep. Tama po ba yun? So siguro tatanungin ko po ulit yung the same question I asked last year. Kailan ho kaya ito posible na mag-start po, Secretary? Yung totoo pong start. Kailangan ko po bang define yung start? Siguro alam naman natin yung start.
The detail engineering design, I understand, and the timeline, Your Honor, will take another year. Because this is a big project.
Yes, another year. So,
another
2025.
2028.
Actual construction, mga
2027.
2027 na yung actual construction.
Wow. Civil works po.
Kasi kayo, Secretary, last year, we will probably start next year.
The Central Luzon Pampanga River Floodway and San Antonio River San Antonio Swamp Ring Dike, Your Honor. This will be the major project that will actually we think will be able to contribute significantly to address the flooding problems in Bulacan and Pampanga. So you have the timeline here when we will start? By next year po siguro, we are hoping that we can start this project. This will be the major project in Central Luzon po.
Mr. Chairman, yung video pong pinakita was last year at dun sa video na pinakita ulit, that was last year. And then ngayon, ini-excite na naman tayo na may mangyayari na. One first question is this really an integrated master plan, Secretary? I mean, siguro you can feel my emotions here, Mr. Secretary, if this is the third year na pinag-uusapan natin to, yung frustration po natin. And unfortunately, yung mga contractor, some politicians, they're also using this against me. Daming nagkalat na fake news, daming nagkalat na manufactured news na ako daw yung involved dito. For the past 3 years, inuupakan ko rito, lahat ng senador dito nagsasalita na. And yet, ngayon sa akin ho binabalik. Kaya itong mga contractors na to at itong mga to, iisa-isahin ko po ito in this hearing. Iisa-isahin ko po. And I swear to God, iisa-isahin ko po ito dahil nakakainit po ng ulo. Secretary, siguro yun lang yung tanong ko. 2 years ago, sabi niyo next year, and then last year, this year, and then this time, parang 2027. Ano na po yung talagang status nito? At ito ba talagang, as you mentioned 2 years ago, this will be a major breakthrough that will address the problem of flooding in Central Luzon, especially in the province of Bulacan and Pampanga?
Your Honor, yes, the preparation for this project is already under ADB Loan 4424. It's actually the Preparation Innovation Facility. This is now for the preparation of the project from feasibility study to detailed engineering design, Your Honor. So the detailed engineering design will be completed by the 2026, the entire stretch.
2026 construction might, or are you sure it will start on by 2027?
Yes.
And this is, again, you stand by your word, major program that will address flooding in Central Luzon.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you, Secretary. Now, how does the feasibility study works? I remember, Mr. Chairman, first term ko po dito sa Senado, 2016, I already mentioned this problem of flooding in the town, for example, of Hagonoy. And the DPWH told me that they cannot do it because they have to have feasibility study, etc. In fact, I funded the feasibility study. Nandito pa si R.D. Tolentino, if I recall. The name of the guy is Gatan, if I'm not mistaken. I met with him several times. Pinondohan po yung feasibility study. Sabi, hindi pwedeng gawin ng 1 year. Kailangan 2 years. After 2 years, nagawa yung feasibility study, Mr. Chairman, hindi rin po in-implement. So, how does this feasibility study works, Mr. Chairman? Secretary, lahat po yung binanggit ni Presidente na 15 contractors at yung mga nakatakot-takot na proyekto, I'm sure, dahil sasama din ang loob ko pag sinabing walang feasibility study, lahat po yun may feasibility study. Is that correct, Your Honor?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, I don't think so. Many of these projects that have been implemented over the years did not have any feasibility study. It's just a priority projects that have been included into the program.
Wow, that's more frustrating and that's more depressing, Mr. Chairman. Because I myself, as a member of this institution, been asking for help with the department, and I never considered myself as an expert in flooding. I never considered myself as someone who knows what to do in addressing this problem. And that's why we consult, we ask for experts. And now you're saying wala palang feasibility study, itong mga projects na ito na bilyon-bilyong halaga na ginagastosan ng ating pamahalaan. Itong 4 na taon, from 2023, 1.07 billion per day ang budget ng DPWH. 2024, 1.34 billion pesos a day ang budget ng DPWH. 2025 this year, 1.37 billion pesos budget a day. Again, DPWH. And now in the coming 2026 NEP, 1.08 billion pesos budget a day. And then you're gonna say, Mr. Secretary, wala pong feasibility study and wag kayong magulat kung ghost project yung makukuha natin dito. Is that correct, Your Honor?
As I pointed out, Mr. Chair, yung may mga feasibility studies are these big projects that in the major river basins, Your Honor. But for local projects that would cost, let's say, 50 million, 100 million, the only thing that we require is actually yung project impact analysis, Your Honor.
Sige po,
project
Secretary.
impact analysis.
I will wind up na doon, and siguro next time pag-usapan ho natin yung feasibility. Let's go one by one. Nandito po ba, Mr. Chairman, yung MG Samidan construction? Oo. Gusto lang natin malaman, Mr. Chairman, yung vetting process ng DPWH tungkol dito, no? Kasi itong MG Samidan, several contracts nila have identical prices. Example, 96.5 million. We wanted to find out, were these projects subjected to a detailed cost analysis, Mr. Secretary, to ensure yung price, a fair pricing nito? Kasi ho, tinignan ko po itong records, ito pong MG Samidan has 7 projects pegged at the same contract price. 96.5 million, lahat ng projects, same. And this is located in different provinces. Abra, Benguet, and Mountain Province. Hindi ho ba red flag na po ito, Secretary?
Well, we'll soon find out actually, Mr. Chair, but I think for that purpose, I'm sorry. I think ang kwan po nito, if it's the same type of project that is being implemented in several areas, they might it's likely that they could have actually similar budgetary or the project cost could be.
I will leave it at that. I'm sure may ginagawa ho kayong report. We'll look into this. I will be looking into this, Mr. Secretary. Dito rin po, MG Samidan, yung competitive bidding nila, no? Sabi ho ng COA has previously flagged the Abra DEO in its 2023 annual audit. I'm sure we have representatives of COA here. Nakalagay po dun sa report nila, no public bidding was conducted by the agency for the procurement of its goods due to splitting of its procurement into different portions, dates, as a result of insufficient planning and poor implementation of programs and activities. This is 2023, Secretary. Finlag na po ng COA, 2023. 2025 na po ngayon. And gusto lang natin malaman, ano yung justification, bakit na-bypass yung competitive bidding?
Your Honor, I promise that I will look into this. Actually, this is my first time actually to learn about it.
Thank you, Secretary. And just to expedite the process, at alam ko marami ho tayong gagawin, busy ho tayo, maraming mga senators who wanted to ask. Puntahan ko naman yung legacy construction. I don't know if legacy construction is here. Sabi po nung Government Procurement Policy Board, ang rating po sa kanila ay poor and unsatisfactory. Yung performance po nila dun sa summary report, dun sa legacy construction. Pero sila po ang among top 10 contractors. Now in 2022-2025, it is not just one of the top, Mr. Chairman, but the #1 contractor despite having projects that were poor and unsatisfactory. So, why is this contractor being favored? Hindi ho ba kasama itong comment ng GPPB, ng Government Procurement Policy Board, that if you look at their summary performance report, ang description ay poor and unsatisfactory? Mr. Secretary.
We'll try to find out what year was this company rated for, Your Honor, because
2022 po, Mr. Chair. 2022 to 25,
2022.
yes.
The process of this, Mr. Chair, as I learned, is actually that you have to, if you are rated poor, and if you have not corrected actually the project that has been rated poor within a certain period of time, then you have to be blacklisted. But if you were able actually to correct actually what the deficiency of the project that was rated poor, and then I think that would erase actually your mark.
Siguro, Mr. Secretary, if that is the case na correct, perhaps yung GPPB sa kanilang website, masabi din na nakakorek, di ba? Kasi kung hindi, mag-iisip po talaga yung taong bayan. Now that the President wanted us to be engaged and the public to be engaged. Secretary, last question ko na, Mr. Chairman. Ayokong magpaligoy-ligoy pa, and kanina binabanggit po natin yung mga black operations against those who are fighting for what is right in this particular case, this flood control program. And I have shown you I still have a lot of video clips here since 3 years ago that we started looking into this problem in the flood control program, especially in my beloved province. Gusto ko ho kayong categorically tanungin kasi hindi na ho ako mahihiya. Secretary Bonoan, nandito po ang RD ng Region 3, RD Tolentino. Categorically, may I ask if there was one time in my life, not even when I was a congressman, ito na lang naging senador po ako, naglabi po ba ako sa inyo ng kahit na ano o kahit isang flood control project, contractor, etc. in my public service career? Meron po ba na nilapit? Meron po ba na nagsabi ako sa inyo, ito dapat ang gawin at ako'y eksperto? Pwede niyo po bang sabihin lang, just for the record?
Well, for the record, Your Honor, I don't recall anything that came from you to propose any flood control project.
RD Tolentino, just to put on record.
Yeah, same as Secretary said.
Thank you. And I just want to put this on record. Ever since we have met and we talk about flood control programs, I always ask you, Secretary, I always ask you, RD, what do we do? How can we help? And these contractors na nakita ko, in fact, mali-mali pa nga yung numero ko pala noong mga nakaraang panahon. Itong mga contractors na nasa Bulacan lahat, ni isa ho dito, wala akong kilala dito eh. Nagulat po ako dun sa lumabas na total number or figures na hawak nilang proyekto. And ngayon, may possibility pa na may ghost projects. I hope that siguro kung ibabalik yung death penalty, sana sila unahin na Senator Bato. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Secretary. And
Mr. Chairman, can I have a
Thank you,
quick, very
Senator
brief interjection?
Joel,
Just a very brief interjection.
okay.
In reaction to Senator Joel, I'd also like to add that during my time also, I would also like to make the same statement as Secretary that Senator Joel never approached me for anything like that. So I just like that, to add that to the record, that even when I was DPWH Secretary, that applies.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Senator Mark, Secretary Mark. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Mr. Secretary, kanina sinabi ko this committee is willing to cooperate with your investigation. We're even willing to deputize a staff from this committee para lang makatulong doon sa paggawa ninyo ng investigasyon. Isang makatotohanan ng investigasyon. Kasi ang idea po namin, Mr. Secretary, we can even make a random testing. Halimbawa, kami pahiramin nyo lang kami ng backhoe. Our staff will pinpoint exactly what portion of that embankment, for example, or that slope protection structure. Konti lang naman eh. Babakbakin niya lang. Lilitaw at lilitaw talaga. Yung 6 meters na standard talaga. Para ko nang nakita. Minsan alternate. May 6 dito, tapos susunod 3, o kaya 2, and then 6, and so on. O lahat kaya, baka 3 meters lang. Madali po yun. May establish nating lahat. So we will pinpoint particular portion of that structure, random. Are you committed?
Yeah, that will be most welcome, Your Honor.
Salamat po, pero
we can
wala po
jointly
kami
do.
pambayad ng backhoe. Kayo na po makipag-coordinate sa opisina nyo, pahiramin nyo lang kami. May staff po kami, at kung kailangan po, kahit ako po ay sasama sa mga ilang sites po natin, para lang mapatunayan natin talaga.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair?
Mr. Secretary, kanina po sinabi natin, one of the observations of the President, doon sa 15 contractor, nag-identify sila ng 5 na halos lahat ng region ay kanilang na-operate. Ibig sabihin, may project sila in almost all regions. So, may 18 regions po yata tayo, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, Mr. Secretary. So, palagay nyo na lang, lahat ng 5 ito, Legacy, Alpha and Omega, St. Timothy, EGB, Road Edge, palagay mo, they operated in 15 regions na lang. Kasi almost, sabi nung observation ng President. Ang isa po kasing project, Mr. Secretary, kailangan may dedicated na equipment, may dedicated na technical personnel. I am correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Palagay nyo, sa isang
Yeah.
common na project, ilan ang dedicated na technical personnel per project?
Well, you have to designate your project engineer, your equipment operator.
Yung essential lang, yung essential. 5? What?
Yeah. Mga 7 siguro, Your Honor.
So, 7. Okay. Sa equipment, anong threshold natin?
The basic equipment, what is required, Your Honor, kung kailangan yung
Tell us.
backhoe,
Mga ilan? 3? 5?
for flood control projects, at kailangan mo ng backhoe, kailangan mo ng ano pa ba yung ano doon? Vibrohammer. Siguro 4 na mga malaking equipment.
Yung
Your Honor.
pile driver mo, importante yun, di ba?
Yeah, yun ang
Siya yung
vibrohammer.
magbabaon ng mga...
Yung sinabi ko, vibrohammer. Your
okay,
Honor.
okay. Meron pang modern ngayon eh, di ba? Hydraulic yun eh.
Yan, vibrohammer.
Ngayon, kaya ko po tinatanong, hindi po ninyo magagamit yung 7 personnel na yon sapagkat dedicated na sa unang... Ano yan? Sa Region 1, meron ka.
Yes, Your Honor.
Para maikalat mo ang sarili mo in 15 regions, so 7 ang kailangan technical personnel, 7 times 15. Ilan po yun, Mr. Secretary?
55, Your Honor.
Ilan po?
55, Your Honor.
So, kailangan meron siyang...
Sorry, 85, Your Honor.
Kailangan meron siyang 85 na technical personnel. Tama po? Para lang maikalat niya yung sarili niya.
Tama, Your Honor.
So, kinakailangan marami kang backhoe, marami kang pile driving. Ang nangyayari po kasi, hindi totoo eh. Nagre-renta lang sila ng lisensya, pinahihiram ang lisensya, babayaran lang ng royalty. Ganito po yung nangyayari. They are flagrantly violating the IRR of 9184 na dedicated equipment, dedicated technical personnel per project. Hindi mo mai-assign sa ibang project. Hindi po nangyayari ito. It's impossible. It's impossible. Nakukuha siya ng 85 technical personnel. Hindi totoo yun. Hindi totoo. Kaya po nangyayari, naikalat niya yung sarili niya. This is impossible. Kailangan po matutukan natin and we will get to the bottom of this, sabi natin kanina. At kung kinakailangang sisirin namin ito ng minority leader, Senator Tito Sen. Ay, nagdoble pala. Tito Sen. Gagawin po natin ito, Mr. Secretary. Kailan po kayo mag-uumpisa nung investigation para po yung aming deputized staff? Siguro mga 3 po yung siguro. Ay, palilista namin ang pangalan sa inyo.
Actually, Your Honor, we have started, but we would be welcome actually the members from the committee who can join us actually in
Yes, Mr. Secretary, we promise you that we will give you the names
Yes, Your
deputized by this committee to assist you in your investigation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And we promise also to go beyond the 15 contractors kasi base sa feedback po nakukuha namin, kailangan din po ninyong makita itong mga contractors awarded na no less than 1 billion. 1 billion above, meron din po. Katulad po ng 11-16 Construction, Northern Builders, Third Star Builders, Juros Development Corporation, RA Pahati Construction and Supply, Ulticon Builders, AL Salazar Construction Inc., AC Soliben Construction, Santo Cristo Builders. Kailangan po niyong busisiin din ito. Nandito rin po ang maraming multo, Mr. Secretary. Yung pong nakakapagbigay ng mas malaking concern para lang maano natin ang baha dito. Meron po akong nakitang isang dokumento na spillway project. Ito po yung, dahil po yung Laguna, di ba, ay mas mataas yata ng 4 na metro kung ikukumpara sa level ng Manila Bay. Tama po ba yun? So maggagawa po tayo ng spillway
Yes,
para
Your
sa
Honor.
ganun po maibsan natin ang lumalaking baha dito sa parte ng Calabarzon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pero, ang ginawa po ninyo ay kumuha kayo ng funding sa JICA, 150 billion pesos. Alam naman po natin, pagka JICA, Japanese government, at ang gagawa po niyan, sila rin po. Wala namang makikinabang na local contractors. Pero hindi po nyo nakita na tayo kaya nating gawin at 30 billion pesos. Siguro po, sasabihin nyo, mas okay naman ang technology ng Japan. O, okay lang po yun. Mas superior, sasabihin nyo. Ngunit, babayaran po natin yung 150 billion. Hindi po grant ito loan Pero kung titingnan po nyo, 30 billion pesos lang as compared to 150 billion. Consider po din natin ito, Mr. Secretary.
Yes, Your Honor. If somebody could do it actually at that price, that would be must welcome, Your Honor. Ang kwan po dito kasi, the spillway project that we are contemplating to implement there is a very complicated project, Your Honor. We have to do an underground tunnel. We have 50 meters down. You have to may pumps that will rise, that will pump out.
Alam po natin yun. Pag may pumunta sa inyong contractor, siyempre, ipakikita niya ang capability niya.
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
Hindi naman pumunta lang, kaya kong gawin yan i-entertain nyo na yun.
Opo.
Pero kung makita natin na meron siyang kapasidad at 30 billion pesos, I suppose, i-entertain din natin yung ganun.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I think...
Kanina po, sinabi ko sa inyo yung ilang mga construction companies beyond the 15 lists of the President.
yes.
Kasi po, kamukha nitong 11 to 16 construction at saka yung third star builders. Saan sila nakakakuha ng project? Ito po, DPWH Bulacan 1st District Office, DPWH Bulacan 3rd District Office, DPWH Tarlac 1st District Office, DPWH Tarlac 2nd District, nakakakuha siya sa NIA. Northern Builders, DPWH Tarlac 1st District, DPWH Tarlac 2nd District, DPWH Region 4A, and Region 4A, Regional Office, and other districts. AC Sullivan Construction, DPWH Tarlac 1st District, at saka 2nd District. Santo Cristo Builders, DPWH Pampanga 1st District, Tarlac 2nd District, Zambales 1st District. AL Salazar Construction, DPWH Bulacan 1st District, DPWH Region 4 District Office, DPWH NCR District Office. RA Pahati, DPWH NCR District Office, DPWH Region 4A, DPWH Nueva Ecija District Offices. So, paki-nota nyo lang.
Yes, Your Honor.
At pagtutulong-tulungan po nating hukayin lahat ito, kahit multo sila, palagay ko may butong matitira para sa ganun sa susunod po nating pagdinig ay makita natin po talaga kung gaano ang nawawala sa ating gobyerno. Hindi lamang po yun. Kung gaano ang dapat pa nating gawin. Para sa ganun, ito pong pinaka-importanting usapin na ito ay maumpisan lang nating ayusin. Hindi po natin, we have no pretensions, Mr. Secretary, that this is very easy. Ngunit sa kagaya po ng sinabi namin kanina, kung lahat po makikipagtulungan, lalong-lalo na po, yung lahat ng gustong magsabi ng totoo, at sa tulong po ng lahat ng mga kawani ng DPWH na magsasabi rin ng totoo, maayos po natin ito. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Picking up from the issue that you brought out about equipment, paano po nagka-qualify itong mga construction company na to, Secretary Bonoan? Like, kung I'll just point a finger in one of the top 15, we found out from the SEC that the MG Samidan Construction, which is included in the top 15 ni Presidente, paid up capital is only 250,000. But they were able to bag 5.02 billion flood control projects. Paano po nilang nagawa yon kung ganun lang ang paid-up capital nila at ganun lang ang kapasidad nila? Paano pinapayagan ninyo? Paano nakaka-qualify sa inyo?
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, I think the paid-up capital is actually the paid-up capital for the company. The basis for us to evaluate whether he's qualified is actually on his net financial contracting capacity. And this is actually to be submitted by audited and submitted by the Bureau of yung financial statement by the BIR. So dito po kayo nagbe-base po yung net financial contracting capacity po, hindi po sa
Okay, as far as I mentioned, and well, I should mention. So that is not the basis.
No po.
Basta kahit na mahinang paid-up capital, maliit na kumpanya to, pagka nakalusot sa
BIR.
BIR.
PICAB. For one thing, he has to have a license, contracting license, Your Honor, issued by the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board. Now, and then, if he wants to participate in a particular project, he has to show that he has the equipment and technical capability to do it.
How do they do that? How do they show you?
They have to present actually which equipment that they will assign to the project, either owned or leased. Yeah, they have to put it into their document.
And you have a department or a bureau that looks into that?
Before award of the contract, we have to see the equipment, Your Honor.
Sinong we? When you say we?
The implementing
what is your
office.
Implementing agency?
It's
What,
either the
bureau?
district office, or the regional office,
All
or
right.
the central
The district office or the
regional office,
regional office.
and big projects by the central office, Your Honor.
All right. Now, when a company or a construction company like that is, let's say, blacklisted, once a company is blacklisted, what happens?
Once a company is blacklisted, he cannot participate in any government infrastructure project for 1 year, Your Honor, from the time he is blacklisted.
What about if they put up another company?
Well, there's another process for that, Your Honor, actually. So it's the company.
So pinapayagan nyo na?
The company will evaluate it on the process, on the company itself, Your Honor.
You see, Mr. Chairman, I'm particularly asking about St. Gerard Construction, owned by the Discayas. They were blacklisted. But they, again, afterwards, put up Alpha and Omega sa top 5 ninyo. Sa billion bad control. Then they put up St. Timothy. Sila rin may-ari. And all these three companies na may blacklisted kayo have all the same addresses and the same owners. Bakit pinapayagan yun? Ganun. Blacklisted na eh.
Siguro yung blacklisting nila, Mr. Chair, is actually tapos na yung yung period of penalty. Because as I said, when you're blacklisted, you have only 1 year to be blacklisted. Then you can participate again.
Parang agrabyadong Pilipino doon.
Agrabyado nga, Senator
Blacklisted
Tito.
na nga eh.
Chairman, ganito ang gawin mo. Your lawyers can advise you. Meron kaming tawag dyan. You have to pierce the veil of corporate fiction. Kahit ano pang gawin niya, siya pa rin yun eh. Kaya tagpasin mo siya. Multo ka na eh, huwag ka nang mabubuhay. Pag multo, multo lang. Ganun lang yun. Sir Secretary, ladies and gentlemen, we promise...
Mr. Chairman, sorry, just one point, and I would just like to add to what the minority leader is talking about. One, it's disappointing, and really, Secretary, it's unacceptable. It's the same address, it's the same company. Parang napakahirap napakadali na mahuli. So, sasabihin siguro na nanonood sa atin, kung gusto nyong hulihin yan, uhulihin nyo. Kung hindi, talagang hindi. Number two, Mr. Chairman, and last but not the least, Secretary, may I ask, of this top 15 contractors named by the President na may total 100 billion na projects sa gobyerno, would you know how many of these contractors were just used by the real contractors by using their licenses? Kasi ang dami ho sa aming nagsusumbong, pati ho dun sa website ng Pangulo, tinignan natin, yung mga license lang nila yung ginamit, Secretary, at hindi sila talaga yung gumawa. In fact, kanina, Mr. Chairman, when you were asking, I wanted to pound that question that you were raising kanina dun sa isang contractor, kung sila talaga yung gumagawa.
That will be part of our next hearing, Mr. Majority Leader.
Gusto ko lang maano kay Secretary kung meron po silang data or record, kahit submit na lang, kahit hindi sagutin. But if you have any information with regard to this matter, we would be gladly, we would want to hear it from you, Secretary.
At this point in time, Your Honor, this is what we would like to look into actually. Kasi from the face value of the contracting process, it's the same company that would apply for in the bidding process.
Ganito yun, Mr. Secretary, sa initial report nyo kasi, there are 9,698 projects. Pero sabi nyo rito, 179 projects were undertaken by the 15 identified contractors by the President. Para bang ibig sabihin, only 2% participated. Hindi po yun eh. Ang gusto nating sabihin, ilan dito sa mga 15 contractors na ito ang nagpahiram ng paulit-ulit ng kanilang lisensya. Kaya nga kumalat ang personalidad nila. Na-cover nila practically all regions of this country. That will be one of the subject matters of the next hearing. As we have committed, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be winding up because we have to prepare this room for the session that will be upcoming by 3 o'clock. I'd like to thank my colleagues, all the participants. I now suspend hearing of this committee hearing, and be assured that you will be notified of the next hearing date, and all participants will be invited again. Thank you very much.